Hi, I'm Liz Snedden. Let's have a look at finding the answer to question 2A part 1. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I'm aware of what the data is all about. So when I look at this, it's talking about data in Kaitaia and it's looking at weather for the last 7 years. So he's classified it, the data as either being windy or still, and wet or dry. And so we can see there is a total of 2,556 days where they've got data for, and those data values have been classified according to these criteria. Okay, so now that we know what the data is about, let's have a look at the question. So it says, what proportion of days? So there's a few things I want to talk about here. Proportion. When I talk about the word proportion, that's another word for probability. And so when we talk about probability, you could write your answer as a decimal, or as a percentage, or as a fraction. Any of those would be fine. Okay. So then we need to think about it talks about proportion of days. So that means it's referring to all of the days. So we want a proportion. So out of the 2,556 days, and we want to know what proportion of those days were windy. So if I look at for my total number of windy days, there's 1,646. So the proportion of days that were windy is 1,646 out of 2,556. Now, as a maths teacher, I am always going to tell you to simplify your answer. So I can, for example, just use my fraction button on the calculator, 1646 over 2556, and that simplifies to a fraction of 823 over 1,278. So I'd say, oh, my brain's forgotten what the number was already. 823. Oh, go back. 823 over 1,000 something 278. I'll go back. 2078. So that, or you could turn that into a decimal if you prefer. So if I click on my S to D button, that turns it into a decimal, 0.64, and if I round to 4 decimal places, because 4 decimal places is good, so 0.6440 to 4dp. Or if you want that as a percentage, 64.4%. Okay, so any of those answers there will give you an achieved score. Thanks for watching.